Hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? This is George again with another video. I hope you guys had a lovely day. I hope you're having a lovely evening. Today I actually didn't have. I pretty much spent almost the whole day doing a lot of nothing, and yet I feel very exhausted. I don't know why I get exhausted when I actually have spent the whole day doing a lot of nothing. Okay, I did a couple of chores here and there like I usually do, and I spent some time on my phone. I processed some orders, and now I'm back here with another episode for you guys. Today I really want to talk about risk taking. Something happened to me yesterday, and which was very interesting, and I felt that I really needed to share it with you guys. It's about risk taking, and I'm talking about why you shouldn't be afraid to take risks, particularly if you are thinking about starting a business and you're trying to venture into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship itself is all about taking risks, and if you're really afraid of taking risks, then it's probably you shouldn't venture into entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship all around is about taking risks. Now, today I'm talking about why you shouldn't be afraid of taking risks. Stick around. George here again. Now, I really do hope you're having a lovely evening. Now, let's get into the video. I want to talk about risk taking. A big part of being an entrepreneur entirely is about taking risks. Now, risks are a big part of the entrepreneurial journey, because most of the times when you start your business, you're uncertain about very many things. It's all of it is uncertain. There's a lot of uncertainty, because you're going to pick up a lot of money from your account, probably your savings. Maybe you're taking a loan from the bank, and you're going to invest it in something that you're not even sure whether it will yield any profit. Okay, I have a story to share. Yesterday I went to deposit some money on mobile money. We have a lady who's just staying down here in the neighborhood, and she does mobile money at her home. She started a while ago. I think she started a few months ago, and she has been doing it for a couple of months now. Yeah, it should be a couple of months now, maybe 6-7 months. And I had gone there to deposit some money on my phone, on my mobile money, on my small phone, on my mobile money. And I don't know, something came up and we started sharing about things to do with business. And when I get somebody talking about business, it is something that really can really easily spark up a conversation. And I like talking about it and sharing experiences with people who are starting or running their own online. Oh, I mean, their business people. Sharing experiences with people who are running their own businesses. She was talking to me about her story. She was sharing her story, and she was saying that she was working a job in another state, in another district, and the job itself was okay, they were paying a good salary, but she had a couple of other bills that she needed to pay: transport, lunch, which they were not offering at the workplace. And then just because she was not staying around home, the job was a bit far, and she had to get a maid to take care of her kid at home when she was not around. And then she had to pay bills like I told you: transport, feeding, lunch, things like that. And then all those other kind of things that are associated with the doing a lot of costs that you would usually incur when you're working a job. Okay, if the job was outside her town, she would probably leave her place of work at around maybe 5 p.m. and get home at around 8, 9, and then she would have to repeat the same pattern. She would have to repeat the same pattern the next day tomorrow. Now, she was sharing that she was getting a good salary, but there was a lot of challenges with the salary, because at times when the salary is coming in, it comes with a lot of you've already gotten a lot of loans that you need to pay off, those other kind of bills that come up. You get a challenge, and then you take a loan, and then when your salary comes, you have to pay those bills that you've accumulated over a month, and you find that your business, your job is not a sustainable way of earning an income. Okay, yeah, the salary was good, but at the time when you receive it, you have to pay all those kind of small payments, and you don't have anything to save normally at the end of the month. And she was sharing that now that she's doing her mobile money business, she's earning money that she can save, she has something to save at the end of the month, because the money she's earning now, it does not have to go, you don't have to deduct all these other costs, the transport and things like that she has been spending in the past. And now all the money that she earns, she spends at home, and she's able to spend time with her family and her kids and her husband and all that sorts. And it got me thinking of like, and as we were sharing, she was telling me that she does not regret the decision that she made, to take the risk and start her own business. And even if they gave her an option to work a job, unless that job paid her a certain amount of money that would enable her to sustainably cover these costs the way she wanted to, either way she wouldn't be interested in going back to work a job. Okay, so if she did not take the steps, if she did not take the risks, then I don't think that she would be in the situation that she is in right now. Did she think that the business would work? Probably not. None of us ever do. We start something today, and we hope and pray that eventually, as much as we are experiencing challenges in the beginning, with time, these businesses can start generating an income, and we don't have to look like fools in front of our parents and relatives and friends, and that we spent a lot of money and resources trying to grow something which did not work out. So this is the lesson here, is that you shouldn't be afraid of taking risks. Taking risks is a big part of life. It's a big part of the entrepreneurial journey. If you're afraid of taking risks, then it's going to be very difficult for you, because your first business that you start might not work out. I personally have had a lot of failures in the past, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 failures that I've had, and all that money has gone. Okay, but it does not mean that you give up. Okay, if you're starting a business, say maybe you like maybe you're in your 20s, you're lucky and you're in your 20s, and you gambled with your business for about 10 years, and you're probably going to have an 80-year life, and you started your business and it took you about 15 years to get it right. Maybe your business starts working when you're 35. How many years do you have to enjoy and reap the benefits of your experiments and all your tests? It's quite some time. Okay, so maybe you started a business today, and just like all the other people that are around the world who are struggling, and their business and your business starts working at the age of 50, and you're going to have an 85-year-old life. It means you've got 35 years of, probably, if God does help you and you're able to live all that long, you have close to 35 years of enjoying and reaping the benefits of your risks and all your endeavors. So don't be afraid of taking risks. Risks are a big part of the entrepreneurial journey, and if you're afraid of taking risks, then you're not going to get anywhere. If you don't take a risk, how will you know whether it would have worked or it wouldn't have worked? Maybe you start something today. There are only two things that can happen. You can fail. And then when you fail, you get an opportunity and you learn that this is what you tried and did not work, and you probably won't try it again. You experimented and you eliminated that as something that will probably never work. And then you tried the next thing and the next thing. Or you try something today, you take the risk, and it works. And if you are like 30 years and you started something and it worked immediately, then you probably have 60 years of your life or 50 years of your life to enjoy and reap the benefits of your experiment and your sacrifices. So don't be afraid to take risks, okay? Don't be afraid to take risks. Take a risk, try out something. If it does not work, then move on, okay? Learn the lessons and move on and try something else. I know some of you are probably saying, hey George, you don't really know what you're talking about. I'm probably like 50 years. I can't start taking risks. Yes, the level of risk that somebody who is 20 years will be probably different from the level of risk that somebody who is 50 years and they have got like 5 kids and the responsibilities can be. So you need to weigh in, okay? If you're 20 years right now, if you're 30 years, you need to take as much risk as you can, most especially when you have not yet gotten any responsibilities, like I am right now. I don't have a lot of responsibilities, so I can afford to take very many risks. But this is the time, if you're 20, 30, this is the time for you to be taking risks, not to sit around and settle into a job. If you have the opportunity to go on an entrepreneurial journey and experiment with a lot of things, make sure that you're testing out different things. If you're 50, it's probably going to be hard for you to take a lot of risk. You're going to need to trade carefully, and that is easily understandable. But like I said, if you're going to live an 85-year-old life and you're taking risk. You take a risk at 45 and you get something to work at 50. You probably have 35 years of your life ahead of you to enjoy. I'm currently staying with my dad, and he's probably what, 70. But when you look at the way he's living his life right now, you probably not think that it's too late for him to enjoy life. There's always time to enjoy life. Even if you had 20, 30, even if you had 10 years to enjoy and reap the benefits of your investments, of your hard work, of your risks that you have taken, it's totally worth it. So don't be afraid to take risks. Take risks, okay? I'll catch you guys next time.